Most progressive talk, WCPT 820, where facts matter.
I said I don't care if they lay me off either, because I told Bill that if they move my desk one more time, then I'm quitting. I'm going to quit. And I told Dom too, because they've moved my desk 4 times already this year, and I used to be over by the window and I could see the squirrels, and they were married, but then they switched from the swing line to the Boston stapler, but I kept my swing line stapler because it didn't bind up as much, and I kept the staples for the swing line stapler.
Okay, Milton.
And no, it's not okay, because if they take my stapler, then I'll set the building on fire.
Let's go!
I obviously, as a head coach, did not do a good enough job of getting this offense ready to go, to be able to play and win a football game. So it starts with me, it ends with me, and it's as simple as that. Saying that it starts and ends with me is something that I take to heart, and I know that, for our guys that are in that locker room and for our coaches, that's going to be the next challenges moving forward and getting ready to play Detroit next week. So, this is not how we wanted it to go. You almost can't even make it up. It's that bad.
The lie detector determined you're telling the truth.
And we are live from the studios of WCPT here for the Sports Cubicle. And you heard our head coach, Matt Nagy. It starts with me and ends with me. And I want to dive into that. But first, we're going to start with the marvelous one, Dan Marver. What's up, Marver?
Hey, Devin, you can't make it up. It's that bad. I usually don't watch the Bears entire game. I like if it's a nice day out. So I was all psyched up. Justin Fields starting. What a disappointment.
And I was going to say, I owe you a Coke, because you said he's going to start during the Browns. How many weeks ago?
I did. I said he would start in Ohio. I just had sort of a feeling, but it wasn't for the reasons I thought.
Well, we both thought differently. And, of course, we got the Paulacious one, Paul Chivari. What's up, Paul?
Hey, I think it's been going down exactly like we thought it would.
Well, it would maybe a little bit worse.
Yeah, a little bit worse. I mean,
the Bears what we thought they were?
I didn't. Yeah, at least who I thought they were. I thought it was going to be bad this year.
And, of course, Mike Mercado, he's not here today. He's doing sports on the honeymoon, I guess. And he's got a lovely little message for us all. So
yeah, honeymoon couldn't keep him away from the show.
No, so here is Sports from the Honeymoon, as I call it, with Mike Mercado.
What is going on, friends? Mike here from the Sports Cubicle. I hope you each are having a wonderful Sunday evening. I know it wasn't a fun time watching the Bears lose to the Browns, but a huge thank you to Paul Chivari, to Devin, and of course Marver for holding it down on the Sports Cubicle. Just want to throw some quick thoughts out there as I am here in my honeymoon, so don't tell the wife that we are doing this, because we need to vent about this horrible display by the Chicago Bears. First, what else is new? The secondary couldn't tackle. Let big plays happen. The offensive line let their young stud get sacked 9 different times. But what I really want to talk about is Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace. They're the ones who told you this offensive line was good enough. They're the ones who drafted an offensive lineman trying to move him to a different position he never played with an injured back. They're the ones who got rid of Kyle Fuller and told you this was okay. And what has happened every single time they have lost a game against a competent team? They've been exploited by these flaws. The defense looks old, and you've invested a lot of money in it. Khalil Mack is not the Khalil Mack of old, and I am not here to tarnish that man. He is a superstar. He is one of the top-tier defenders. He was one of the top-tier defenders, but he has not played like that in this season, and for, quite frankly, that long. And now, my big thing, it's not just Justin Fields who is being judged right now. It is Matt Nagy as well. And let me ask you this. If you were going to give him a grade, what would it be? Do you like the way this defense has been coordinated? Do you like the way these games have been planned? Do you like the way he didn't do anything to show off the skills of the quarterback who we know can do certain things? He is on the clock. But it doesn't feel like it, right? It feels like this organization has given them the vote of confidence. And how did they earn that? They showed you it. The Bears are showing you what they are. They are a bottom-feeding team with a nice young quarterback. And if they're not careful, they're going to ruin him. And you can't waste time. You can't beat around the bush. If you don't think Matt Nagy is the guy, get rid of him. If you don't think Ryan Pace is the guy, get rid of him. Do not ruin this opportunity. Do not ruin this young prospect. You can't afford it on this team. This organization cannot get this wrong. So if we want to know your thoughts the rest of the episode, please tune in. I know the guys are going to be hitting this hard and the rest of the NFL. And of course, your AL Central champion, the Chicago White Sox. And as well, I want to thank you guys. I know they're going to talk about it later. I hope you continue to follow us here on the Sports Cubicle. We love you. In the meantime, follow us on Twitter. The show is on Twitter at Sports Cubicle TV. I'm on Twitter at Mike M Media. And you can check me out throughout the week on Mercado Airwaves at Sports from the Couch, on Twitter at Couch Sports Talk. We're on all major podcast platforms at Mercado Airwaves and on YouTube at Mercado Airwaves Network. I love you all. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Shout out to the boys. Shout out to everybody who has supported the Sports Cubicle. We have enjoyed our time and we continue to. But until then, enjoy all the games. Enjoy the playoffs. And, of course, get better because next week we got more football. Boys, back to you.
773-763-9278. Give us a call. What grade would you give the Chicago Bears? Now, Mercado gave us a lot to talk about there, so where should we start?
It's a good old Mercado setting the tone of the show and setting the tone of his marriage by putting out a podcast on his honeymoon. Ever so the worker.